used to being this big. Let me start Twitch as well. Hey, boys and girls. How are we doing? My voice is gonna be slightly fucked. Because I have my can't see it, my Vicks ready here. But yeah. It's the US, baby. Finally back. Because I feel like we did 0 US friendly streams for a long time. Hey, Timidius. There's a benefit of you being in New Zealand. You're always awake when I'm awake. So you can always see the streams. Can I see like when I did previous live streams? Just dates. Too bad. Wow, this is a crazy... People are way more interested in the incremental game stream compared to the Portal 5 Jam stream. Hi, Tommy Tombo as well. How's it going? New Zealand is pretty good indeed. Why so late? Because it's morning. If you didn't know. It's the wrong display. Here we go. 7:30 here. So the better question is why so early? What's the time in New York? This is not late. This is like very comfortable. It's still afternoon. Wrong, it's 1:30 a.m. Where are you based? Oh, I guess you're European then. Yeah. Late night Godot stream. Anything but Godot. Oh. That's gonna be my unsponsored thing. Godot had some new updates, right? 4.5. What's new? Yeah, check out the release page. I'm actually interested because they said some stuff making dreams accessible. That's I have actually never looked into it. Highlights, stencil buffer support. Ah. Okay, I didn't know that's what it's called. Hey Dylan, how's it going? Yeah, Mohammed, it's time for you to sleep. It's not worth it. it's simple as that. So yeah. Hi Funky Slop as well, and Loya. I guess those are the European people. G'day mate, hi Hixie Bre. First time chatter. Screen reader support. How does Unity have screen reader support? How does it look like? Or is it like the engine itself has... No, it's for the games, right? Oh well. I never sleep, I'm good with this time. You keep grinding. High spellbinding as well. Down the rabbit hole. Internationalization live preview? Okay, this is cool, I guess. It's so exciting to see the engine finally gear up to 2020 versions of Unity. How I can like preview the entire game basically in a different language. Okay. That's cute. I don't mind that. Becoming a Godot bro tonight? I don't think so. Bonsoir from the middle of America. It's not bonsoir from in America, my dude. Shader baking, okay. This is less. Yeah. It's Unreal Engine or dead for me. I missed how's it going as well. Oh wait, this is a viewer, David Snowpack, I think. No. This name is very familiar to me. I feel like he's in our comments a lot. Am I tripping? I know this name from places. Is he in our Discord? Who got it from Massachusetts? I thought you hated the... Yeah, he's in our... David Snowpack. This is a certified Godot bro. Yeah, pretty sure he's in the Discord. Yeah, I figured. Oh, he's a Patreon even! That's why I know the name, because I see it every time I upload a video. I have to go through the list of like all Patrons. That's pretty cool. There is at least one Godot bro I like. And you too can be a Godot pro for the low price of €10. Now I'm curious, are there other names here? that I recognize. I don't think so. Yeah, David Schnopek once again. That's gonna be it, it feels. Hey, we're for once not shitting on Godot, so you're welcome. Open source developer, oh geez. Hey, look. He's making it good enough to support us as well. What are his games? Oh, he does streaming as well. VR with Godot. My god, this guy does not like money at all. Does this mean Bite Me is technically sponsored by Godot? I mean, technically not, because this is like, you know, his views may be different than the Godot Foundation, so to say. I can't hate Godot. Yeah, I can't make fun of Godot members now. I also met one of them at Bit Summit earlier this year. Did he? What does he have games as well? Oh, he sells courses. Let's go. Traditional roguelike about farming. Oh, VR. Very normal apartment. Okay. So yeah, the guy does a lot of this stuff. He gave up on Bevy. Aw, didn't Bevy recently celebrate its 5-year anniversary? You just started making your own thing, right? I don't have a... Yeah, here, 1 day ago. Bevy's 5th year. And well, we gave up. Do you not like it though? I don't mind it. What does Bevy have to say as a reflection? Oh, they all have their own version. Okay. Come to the dark side. These look like games, not courses. Yeah, the courses are a different tab. Let me open it up. What are his courses? Rollback netcode, Godot and GitLab CI, Godot and Git. So those are the 3 courses. And then I guess Nakama is multiplayer, and he made that thing. It compiles too slow, and I didn't see that changing. Yeah. Hey, Dobrex, how's it going? You made it as well. Finally, not in school for once. I hope. I really hope so. I don't think Unity supports this thing, which is honestly pretty cool. Like, we have it kind of in game, because I think the benefit with this, yeah, is that you can just see immediately if your text is like too big. At least i2 Localize doesn't have this. Maybe the Godot thing does. I got out of school like half an hour ago. Okay. And there's Bite Me waiting for you. Documentation. Okay. And that's it. Support for devices. Okay. Rock. Wait, you couldn't access the camera feed before? Oh, wow. Ah, Linux. Let's go. And you can now export to Vision OS. This is why I'm gonna switch to Godot. It's clear. Anyways. Enough hating on Godot. I can't do that anymore now. It's David's fault. What's O3D? Oh, is this the... This is the fork of Blender as a game engine, no? I think... Like, Blender was a game engine at some point, but then they stopped it, and I feel like Open3D then turned into it. I'm not sure. Have any games ever been... This reminds me, I wonder if Redot is still going on. They'll probably just be pulling in 4.5. Oh, it's Lumberyard. Okay. Open to all industries, metaverse. Yesterday, I saw like in another Discord, not the Bite Me Discord, some guy pop in and be like, hey, I saw the video that Bite Me did with you guys. And I thought it was interesting. And I like look at what is this guy making? And of course it was a fucking blockchain game that's only on the Epic Games Store. I was like, ah. We have a very diverse audience for better or worse is I think the best way I can describe it. I wonder... There's like this engine breakdown, no? Can I see it somewhere? Engines and technologies. Is O3D in here? No. I feel like it's very hard to find. Unity of Jesus Christ. Where's Godot? Godot is still number 7. I'm surprised Pygame is this big, honestly. I guess it's all visual novels. So kind of combined with Ren'Py. The music you can hear is on my end. It is 1 hour of relaxing Zelda Breath of the Wild music. You do not have a Rogue tab open. I just wanted some light background music. Did you see that I made an engine? Yes, actually. I don't have it open anymore. The problem is I don't have a Hugging Face account. So I was like, I can't make this on time. Because I saw it like 2 minutes before I started the stream. I was like, maybe I'll look at it. But yeah. Is it too quiet? Because I can turn it up if you want. Ta-da. Now you have a little bit more background ambience. So yeah, I did see it. Wait. Let me pull it up as well. Thanks for the follow as well, Cookin' BK. Here, he'll have it open. Did you see my my game idea that kind of just immediately ripped Backyard Coaster? Because here, I feel like the whole thing can call Vibe Game as well, is that I have to sign in and then I can chat with a model that will like do the game for me. Ah, it even has physics. Backyard Oil Tycoon, yeah, that's the one. Which is kind of inspired by Backyard Coaster, I feel. I just realized I'm gonna be cooking my PC if I don't turn up my fans. Because you're making... How's Backyard Coaster going? Or have you not touched that one? Since, basically. Hey, Galat.
Splines. What's a spline?
Do you have actual screenshots? Okay, like the Backyard Coaster. Basically, imagine this game, but it's oil. And that's it. Made my first $5,000 with Unity. I consult in some industry, one of which is banking. They need to anonymize production data in dev, and I used my Unity RPG item drop code to do it. That is very unique, but hey, it's money. Let's... Did you use Unity, or did you just pull the code from Unity to make it work? Have you uploaded recently? I feel like... No, right, it's been a while. Oh, you have the Dutch translation thing. It's so miserable. Driehoek spotten, triangle splatting. It is very unique. How does... I feel like it's always such a fucked up like channel to have like your AI stuff, and then you have game development sprinkled in, and I feel like it's two completely different audiences basically that you're going for. Basically, the existing data was the random loot. I used to count Unity. Okay, yeah. For me, I make it up spending on assets. Backyard Oil Tycoon sounds easier to make. I'll steal that. I don't know if it's easier to make, because it's a lot of models, is what I realized. So, and I didn't put up my fans, I feel. Start up? Oh well, it does. Okay. Is ByteMe experiencing the same YouTube revenue apocalypse as mentioned elsewhere? Yes. So, I talked about it more previous stream at the start, so I'm not going to dive in too deep on it. But our YouTube is really bad right now. I'm going to switch this to English just so you guys can understand what's going on. For some reason, my YouTube keeps switching to Dutch. Language, English, US. Based on my positive, I suggested made it worth it. Oh, that you were going to use the apocalypse code. Not apocalypse, the RPG code, yeah. It's crazy to hear that models are hard. It's one of my favorite dev activities. There's a difference between favorite and like fast, I think is a problem as well. So, is Bite Me fucked? Yes. Oh god, this graph is miserable. We are very down. Also, this number is like 50% of what we had last month. So for a very, very long time, we've been kind of stagnant at about 10,000 views every 48 hours. And a lot of our backlog has basically stopped performing. So we had a lot of videos that kind of kept on going. For example, oftentimes in this list, we would make about 1,000 views per 48 hours on just like our genre tier lists. Our tier lists have, I'm actually curious if I take a look at some of the content, if I can see like a drop in views there. So if I go to views by most, like I know this is a video that has had an extremely good long tail. I wonder, it has like some spike, but it's been more and more flatlining recently, where it's like getting just 50 views now. Whereas here, this was like a year after, we were still looking at 1,000 views a day, basically. And this story we have for multiple games, like Roadmap to Becoming a Game Dev, and this one, the How I Would Approach Game Dev if I Start Over, these had extremely, extremely good long tails. And now, if I just look at the more recent videos, so yeah, what this makes, like, this is all just so much lower, basically, view-wise. He's live when I'm awake. Hi, Rohan. You need to switch to Roblox to capture the new generation? YouTube did change how they count views, I believe. Yes. So that is the leading theory right now, is that adblock views aren't counted anymore. I think it's also a mix that maybe we did partially fall off, because a lot of the channels, they don't see a drop in revenue, and we do have a revenue drop. Although it may also be because we uploaded way more videos. We just lost the Gamescom coverage, basically. And that increased revenue. But it's kind of, you know, I've been very much worried about YouTube recently. Of like, I think something needs to change. Whether it's the delivery, whether it's the format, whether it's title, thumbnail. I also think to us, what is that horrible background music? Okay, we go back to Skyrim. I get it, Rowan. Where is it? Where's my Skyrim ambience? Someone clearly does not appreciate the Breath of the Wild as much as I do. It's been a few days, my algorithm is showing me super random videos. Okay, more tier lists. So I have one tier list that I'm planning on. Tier listing the best genres for small scoped games. It's the white t-shirt. I gotta go. The white t-shirt. I will stop YouTube before I stop the white t-shirt. You guys want to see the thumbnail for today's video? I'm trying something different. We're not doing an AI generated thumbnail for once. Because that's like something where I'm like, should I start making more YouTube-y videos, so to say, where it's like thumbnails like this? Would this have a meaningful impact? I think this is a channel that is like, no, is very good thumbnails. I would think so. But it's like, I don't know if I have it in me to make this. Where's today's video? Let me check in my... Here. Today's thumbnail is it's gonna be a funny one, I think. This is today's video. This is the thumbnail going to be. Alright, can we... We're not about to get the Linus face. So, I just wanted to make something else. I got the thumbnail idea before I got the video idea. So we'll see if people actually click it or not, because that's the big difference. Take the Jonas Tire Roller pill. What's this pill? He's just doing podcasts now, no? Like his recent ones. This is a video he lifted of us. I mean, I lifted it from someone else probably as well. Yeah, like, wow, he's been doing way more interviews than I thought. Jesus. Has he made... He's got one original video. And everything else is just podcast. Okay. So his last podcast, the one with Philomena, I've met her 2 times now. I don't know. I haven't watched this podcast yet, but my real life vibes of her are meh. So does the way the views don't give you more? No. Something up. And it's like, I don't want to do podcasts. So what am I gonna talk about? Podcast with her is good, okay. So that's like another thing, is like, am I gonna go into the short form content train? She said just make a good game, marketing is useless, so she is based. Yeah, we'll talk about it in tonight's video. Horror podcast simulator. Ooh. Could be interesting. Where you get like the weird people on your podcast. Because, you know, if you're a Joe Rogan, you do like 2 podcasts for 4 hours a week. You're gonna get some weird people to come by. I don't know how that would work. Probably more visual novel-like, almost. I thought you guys have a good runway of money. Yes, so we have a good runway of money. But YouTube is still a part of it. And it's more like... This is not a, oh shit, the company's going down. It's more of just, this is not good. It's more of the thing like the YouTube stats going down is an issue. But it's not an issue that's going to make us close our studio tomorrow. Because we do still have our Patreon. We do still have our, what's it called here? Okay, yeah, today we ignore. Like if you look at the last month, we're still doing pretty decent money-wise here. And then Patreon is 1.17k in euro a month as well. So these 2 combined still give us some decent runway. Like YouTube AdSense hasn't been, like this number hasn't been super important for us. That much really, because it's just such a small slice of everything we do. But it still sucks to see that our channel has basically fallen off. When you look at this graph, where we never really had growth anymore. Oh, we had one. Oh, this is revenue. Like, we had like some spikes, and then this was a good period as well. But now it's like suddenly very bad. Get more Bezzy sponsorship. There's one more coming up. I haven't seen your channel at all in my recs. Yeah. So it's more of a thing of like, we're not fucked. It's just pain because this is my baby. This is what I've spent thousands of hours at this point talking into. And now it's like crashing and burning in front of my eyes. And I hope that that gets better, because that is the one thing that I think I talked about as well in the previous time I covered this, is that whilst YouTube AdSense won't have much of an impact, the thing that will be impacted by this is going to be our sponsorships. And then especially, I don't think right now I can pull more event sponsorships. Because I can't go to a sponsor and ask like, hey, give me like $2,500 or whatever to get 3,000 views. These videos massively underperformed. Especially if you compare this to, let me pull up Gamescom, DevCon last year. Like, we had worse performance, even though our channel grew 20,000 subscribers in that time period. Where's Gamescom? Here, last year. Right, this was 13k, and this was a sponsored video, which is very good. This is 7.5k, also sponsored video. Like, I feel like these 3 videos alone, yeah, all performed massively better, basically. All channels are falling off, yeah, but unless this is very unfortunate because it's not like these numbers are gonna go up, I think, again. And this is the thing that I'm more worried about. Like, I can't go to a Bezzy with 5,000 views and be like, sponsor me, buddy. So yeah. I don't watch the interviews for the most part, not gonna lie. Oh, you should watch the Unity one. Oh, and you should watch the Pirate PR one. My dude, if you're not watching the Pirate PR one, you're actively shooting yourself through both kneecaps in your game. Yeah. So this is what I prefer to do over podcasts, because I think also it gives way better vibes than podcasts. To do videos... Oh, why did I... Huh? I clicked on it, no. Like, the only problem is that the audio quality here, for example, isn't as good, but the vibes of being physically with someone is, I think, hot take, going to be better than an online interview with two guys. Because there's just way more body language and all of that we can work off from each other. So yeah. Python interviews are one of their best videos ever. Yeah, the problem is I just only... I have a hard set line of I only do online interviews. That's it. Best Fight Me vids are the vlogs, Fight V. So yeah. I'm not doing that many vlogs though, unfortunately, to put you. So yeah. How can we find this playlist? Oh, of like our Patreon? Not Patreon. You just go to our Bite Me Games, and then you go to playlists. And then here, DevCom Gamescom 2025. That's the playlist. Start an IRL only podcast. I would, but I'm not big enough to do it. Like even a Thomas Brush, I think he talked about it at some point. The problem is also a lot of game developers would not leave their house. Maybe if I do it in Japan and I'm like, hey, come over to Japan, they're gonna say yes. But even then, the return on investment of 14k views, this is like he has his courses. Like if he sells one course per podcast episode and then has AdSense and maybe a sponsor, he could make it work, maybe. But that is not a scale that we are at right now at all. Thomas Brush is down too. Yeah, he's been tweeting, posting about it as well. Probably he posts so much, so I don't know if I can find it anymore. Yeah, YouTube has some explaining to do. Long story short, desktop views are suddenly disappearing after August 10th. So he's been worrying about it as well. Here as well. But his shorts are good. Todd Howard, the first guest. What course would you recommend for Unreal? I'm creating an FPS. I've never made an FPS and I've never touched Unreal, so I feel like I'm not the right person to ask that. Is that imposter still pretending to be Bite Me? Potentially. I don't really know. Did you see how much money the Yard makes on Patreon? That's crazy. I didn't know it was possible. The Yard is crazy, but I mean, I am a Yard Patreon member, so I can't really... I don't know why. Yeah, they make stupid money. That's the one thing. 282k a month. Which is like crazy. Yeah. What's your question, Rohan? Thomas says that he's confident Python will have a hit in the next 5 years. I think so. I think we'll have a hit in less than 5 years. So yeah. Are there any updates to your ventures in Suck Me games? Also, are you open to investors? Investors in Bite Me or Suck Me? Suck Me is currently on hold. I don't think Suck Me games is gonna happen anytime soon. Investors? I don't know. We're down bad. It's a good point right now to invest. Ryan Langley for Unreal? Yeah, potentially. I don't think you need courses though, for the most part. Like, maybe yes, maybe no. I don't really know for Unreal in this case. This is not it. I feel... did I type something wrong? I feel like this is not Unreal. Unreal. Laylee. Okay. Different person. Very different person for Unreal stuff. Okay, so he's a little bit in a style of Code Monkey and things like that. Average Unreal Engine. Do you hate Silksong for being $20? I honestly don't mind. What's it called? Silksong. Hey, at least they're not screwing over Poland. I think $20, you know. Hollow Knight lives in this... could it be underpriced? Yeah, because I think... I was kind of also surprised when Deltarune came out. I feel like Deltarune was more expensive than I expected it to be. I don't know why. But still, people gobbled it up. Like a Deltarune, which is another like very anticipated game, I guess, is more expensive than Hollow Knight. But I think when you're working at the level of a Deltarune or a Hollow Knight, you kind of can just not give a fuck about anything, because you've made it anyway. And the only thing you need to worry about is what color your Bugatti is going to be. Devs are generally mad that Silksong is not expensive enough. Because you're now, like, you know... It's like, why would I pay... Like, a lot of Metroidvanias are priced at $20 to begin with. And then Silksong, which is like the SSS tier Metroidvania, puts it at 20 as well, which kind of hard caps most games on that. Wait, let me... So what is... I think maybe Gamealytic can give some information as well. Games lists. And then... Can I see genre Metroidvania? Like a Dead Cells is $25, Ori is $30, and then like Bloodstained, all of these games. Let me add 2D as well, just to filter out a little bit. Like Silksong is almost one of the cheapest Metroidvanias as well, like 9 Souls and then being like $30, and this is why there's more of the drama, I would say. Yeah. If an unknown studio would have made Silksong, $20 would have been a normal price. Yeah, $20, $25, things like that. Because overall, Metroidvanias are a more expensive genre, I would say, compared to other ones. I'll make an idler and charge $20. I don't think that's going to go. Salt is like, maybe I'm blind, but I didn't see a video where you go over why Forge Industry isn't worth improving, kind of like NMS did. Who's NMS? No Man's Sky? Versus make another game. Like, I saw the post-mortem about it, because we would basically have to start over. Plus the team was burnt out on it, is what it comes down to. Do people compare prices in genres? I feel like if I'm buying, it's normally on case by case. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you have this with game development. Your competition is doing stuff for free. Where we have people like Bite Me who make games for free, so to say. No, we don't make games for free. We make games with the goal of making money. But then you also have people like Double X who make like games that normal like commercial studios could definitely charge money for. And then it's like, we do it for the love of the game. And he just uploads them for free, like both Cryptis and Harbinger. And it's like, these are giant games. Oh, Harbinger even overtook Cryptis. And you are competing with people like this as well. And that is where kind of... Yeah, next game is going to be paid, LOL. But there are a lot of people who just release games for free because they want to make game development. And it is also inherently going to undervalue game development to a certain degree. So yeah. Hi Gervais as well, how's it going? I put a survey in the demo for my Anomaly game, asking players where they would price the full game, pulling the aggregate results through Steam stats. Yeah, like there are certain genre expectations. It's also like making an automation game, you're often looking at 40, not 40, like $20 minimum, 25, 30, $35 even. What's Icaria price at? Like this is an early access game still, and it's already $25 basically. Just because of the genre and the depth it's in, basically. Hi Sylvan, how's it going? So yeah. Free games can feel like they are made for the right reasons though. What does for the right reasons mean? Like, you know, you're still competing with an Unturned at the end of the day. Holy shit, 500,000. And this was once again a game that just was made for the love of the game, basically. Because yeah, making an anomaly game more than $7, like Shinkansen Zero, one of the main negative reviews this game gets is like it's too expensive for the amount of gameplay you have. So yeah. Also, TM39, what's the Chrome extension you're talking about? Online multiplayer for no money, yeah. So Unturned it's custom, like self-hosted servers, so they don't host it. They run basically purely off the gold upgrade. I think that's how they started. But then they have the Steam Workshop, and they make money from the Steam Workshop. Oh, see all the extra details like SteamDB rating. It's literally called, I think, SteamDB. Yeah, it's the SteamDB extension. Also, it's Firefox, not Chrome. But yeah, it should exist. Am I crazy or do you have GW music playing in the background? It's Skyrim music. I don't know what GW is. Golden... I don't know. I actually have no idea. Why do you use Firefox? Because it's better. Oh, Guild Wars. Yeah, no, it's not Guild Wars. You think horror co-op? You mean like streamer bait, like Little Company? Is still a good genre? Are you still live for Japan? I am in Japan right now. If that's your question, Gervais. Arsenault. Yeah, it's for Chrome 2, of course, the SteamDB extension. Because why not? But it's also for Firefox. I think the problem with this genre, I don't know if I said it in a recent video. I feel like I said it, maybe on the Patreon video, is that you're getting later in it where the quality level required for you to hit needs to be better than what's already existing. And that's where you get problems like, okay, this is not exactly... what's the game called? Is it called Jump? Oh, Jump Space now. Like, this is at the end of the day the next level, basically. And this is like part of the level of quality you need to start competing with, where more and more high-quality online co-op horror games are coming out. So yeah, Friendslab is big right now. It's a bad time to start making one. Yeah, because I think it's a way bigger genre than you think it's going to be. As well. Starting to miss Skyrim now. Maybe I'll get back into it. I was recently considering to play back into it, but then I was like, oh fuck, I need to set up all my mods because I don't want to play like vanilla. So yeah. How many plates can I take down at conveyor belt sushi? Like 15, 20? Depends on what I get, I guess. It's not a competition to eat as much, though. I think the next trend is collector game. What do you mean as a collector game? You mean like the creature collector? Creature collector. It's like a tag even. Or are we talking about a different kind of... But wow. This is not a creature collector game. This is just horror. Whatever. I feel like making creature collector games right now is very dangerous based on all the Nintendo patents that are coming out. And I live in Japan now, so I have to be careful. This looks like an adult game. I'm not gonna hover over it. Which game engine are you using now? Me, I'm banging my head with Unreal. We use Unity. And we keep basically using Unity. It's so hard to get right. I think, yeah. Also, collecting means like custom art for anything. There was also the Steam Creature Collector Festival, I think, earlier this year. Can I still look at what Steam defined as a creature collector? No. Maybe just creature collector 24. Does the URL still work? No, they disabled it. Too bad. Addicting combat games where you collect stuff and show up. Oh, like grow a garden, basically. Okay. Before I started on my Anomaly game, I was making a monster peddling game just like that scene in Dragon Quest and Pokemon. Why do you call it combat games? This combat game. So why is this socialist gaming? What am I getting into? Is it just a way to say gambling games, but then like more cutesy? Am I like not up to date with? Okay, I am not up to date with the lingo. I generally don't really look into Roblox game that much. I know there's stuff in there, but Gamba seems like a child-friendly way of saying gambling, indeed, because you don't want to say that the 7-year-old kid can start gambling already. Yeah. Socialism next big gaming genre. I don't know what socialism gamer actually comes down to. Socialist gaming. Now I'm curious. Anti-capitalists who want to chill and talk games. We discuss. Okay, while waiting for the inevitable fall of capitalism. Okay, this is a very unique subreddit. Are you going to do live streaming on a regular basis? Yeah, I'm looking at 2 or 3 times a week. I just swap between US and EU time zones, basically. It's illegal in your country, lol. It's like, you know, I can't play Uma Musume. Like, if I look up Uma Musume, this is the old version. Because I just, the new one, gacha games are banned in Belgium. Can I, like, look up, like, if I look up on Steam, it's like, this item is unavailable in your region. Same thing with Delta Force, I think. Also is like unavailable in your region. So I don't know how much it actually works. So yeah, no gambling in Japan. Actually, the first legal casino is opening in like a month, I think. Oh, it's delayed to 2030. Never mind. This looks like a very... yeah, this looks like a casino Trump would build. I don't know why. Because it's too damn gold. Yeah. VPN, it's based on my credit card, the Steam. Like, Steam is because you can only change your Steam country based on when you make a payment with a credit card from another country. It's not a VPN thing. Because I am in Japan. Like, my IP, I'm not going to show my IP, never mind. That would be a ridiculously stupid move to do live on stream. So, yeah. You get your tokens from the pachinko parlor and sell them around the corner. That's how Pokemon does it. Socialist gaming is when you don't own anything and rewards aren't results based. So it's basically, it goes back full circle to capitalism, and it becomes a Ubisoft game. Open Google Maps and default location will dock you. Yeah, but there's a difference between my location. It's like, what are you going to do? You're going to fly to Japan. You're going to speak Japanese. It's not like the US where you're going to get swatted instantly. That's the one benefit. Yeah, I'm more than halfway through Co-op Horror. Should you have a store page up yet? I feel like if you're halfway at this point, you should be close to having a store page up. Funky slots. If not, yeah, I'm gonna call all the maids in the neighborhood to raid you. Says the guy with crippling social anxiety. And you're gonna swipe a lot today, swipe a lot of rights. No, but I have a trailer. What's it called? Can I see it? Because I feel like that's gonna be a big one in terms of the visuals and everything. It's alto and sucks. But dude, all I'm hearing is excuses. Yeah. Flying to Japan at the custom, you're like, I want to visit on tours to get to Bite Me Games autocrawl. I mean, idol culture is very big here, so potentially they wouldn't like be too surprised for it. There's probably a lot of crazy K-pop fans who do similar stuff. What's the trailer, Funky? Tell me. I think WoW is kind of socialist. It works really hard to get the same gear everyone else has. What do you think about NFT and crypto gambling and crypto gaming and Web3? I think it's not really what the world needs. It's what it comes down to. I would rather make adult games instead than... I think, yeah. What are the main rhythms your team has to progress in projects / game dev project? I don't know, what do you mean rhythm? We just make game and try to make game. I think we have like certain handoff points. Of it's like, hey, make the store page now or whatever. But right now there's not much going on, I feel. The typical way you work together, meetings, tools, where you discuss. Okay, so we have a Bite Me core on Fridays. Friday morning, Belgium time, which is the three of us doing show and tell. Thanks for the follow as well, CFG338. And then on Mondays, let me see if I can show you my calendar without showing you my entire calendar. Give me a second. Because we have like one just for Bite Me as well. Disable mine. Let me disable the trash calendar also. Okay, so... Oh. Okay, so this is our calendar, what it kind of looks like. So, our videos once a week. And then I have here, I have a one-on-one with William. He wants it at the start of the week. Because you have to keep in mind, so Japan time is... Oh, it's in the way. Japan time 3 p.m, Belgium time 8 a.m. So Monday morning, I have a meeting with William to kind of align on what are the goals that we want to complete this month, or like this week. So he kind of knows like, yes, this is what I want to go for. Then he has a one-on-one with Thomas on Tuesday lunchtime. I'm not in here, where they usually just talk technology and whatever, basically. And then I have a one-on-one with Thomas on Thursdays at 9 in the morning his time. And then today we have a Bite Me core, 9 in the morning their time, 4 p.m. my time, where we kind of just update everyone together about things that are not mega critical. And that's the main things, basically. These just repeat, and that's it. Like, we'll do some impromptu stuff if we need. But that's it. Also, it's William's birthday next week. So, yeah. Is UPT the only game you have that's not limited status? I think so. Because I don't think we've made enough money with... I think the other... Would overtime normally be close? No. I'm not sure. Are you in Japan now? I am, Gabriel. I'm living in Japan. Long distance dev could be fun. Yeah, because there is definitely a benefit. Like recently, we were talking about Maid Cafe Simulator, which I help with as well. And he was like, yeah, can you do like the level environment and whatever? I'm like, okay, sure. You just commit tonight before you stop working. Push everything. And then he's gonna be asleep when I wake up, like right now, because time in Belgium is like, whatever, 1 in the morning. And then I just do like the level design and whatever. And then by the time that he wakes up again, I've committed, I've pushed everything, and he can just keep working without there basically being any time that I'm like, don't touch the game scene, I'm working, no conflicts, no whatever. Overall, it's a rhythm that does vibe pretty well for us, I would say, where we don't have to work too much overlappingly at the same time. The devil I came till I steam. Yeah. At least in Belgium you can les pertes peuvent être reportées indépendamment. I don't know, my dude, I'm not French. Get that stuff out of here. What does this mean? Losses can be forward per... yeah, I guess that's the one benefit. I believe Larian had multiple studios around the world for the same reason. I mean, that was definitely a reason. I think also it's a talent thing. There's just not that many people living in Belgium, let alone game developers, and not that many people want to go to Belgium. Larian Studios. Can I see like where they are? I know they have one in Canada that's very big. Like their main business was in Canada, I think. Yes, Quebec, Poland, Kuala Lumpur, Guildford, Ghent. So this is the only one in Belgium. And then Dublin and things like that. Be careful doing dev like that because you can easily get soft locked if something is overlooked. You mean like the cheap CD product red dropouts? Yeah, I feel like there definitely is some overlap between people who would work at CD Projekt Red and at Baldur's Larian. I don't know how to hire programmers. If I'm not a programmer, seems like I can't vet anyone. I think that's... What do you do? I'm not actually sure. I don't know how you just look at the results, I guess. But I think there's always... You have the same thing with artists at the end of the day. You can have artists that also don't really do art well. So yeah. Canada is one of the biggest government-backed transfer-making games called Canadian Media Fund. Belgium has something similar, where a lot of Belgian studios only exist because they got 300,000 euros from the government. And that's what it comes down to. Was the immigration process like for Japan? I mean, I don't really have the best tips, I guess. My advice is just find yourself a Japanese waifu. And then it's relatively easy. Otherwise, it's semi-fucked depending on the country you're coming from. How can I know someone's a good programmer? It's just portfolio. If people have portfolio, the one benefit you have is that there's an abundant supply of programmers, I would say. Compared to like artists and whatever. So you kind of just have to test. Is your wife single? My wife, unfortunately, is not single, guys. I have some bad news for you. She's very happy with me. Because you have like game dev classified. Have you seen Upwork, bro? More artists? Yeah, but I feel like in general, there's more programmers than artists. I think it's more like Upwork, you'll see more artists, because artists is more of a transactional thing than programmers. It's way easier to get like 4 individual artists throughout your entire project. Well, it's still gonna be rough. Versus getting 4 different programmers who all have different coding styles. And I think that's more why they are less suited for Upwork and would rather look to just work on the same project for a longer time. Since you're in Japan, we're gonna see UPT on PS5. Yes, we're working with a third-party porting thing. I mean, we have the dev kits as well, but we just don't have the time. Our games... not UPT, actually. Kyoto Anomaly is going to be ported to Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. That's going to be the first one. UPT, it's a harder one. We considered it. The problem is that in Unicycle Pizza Time, because we made that game in a month, we made some design decisions, I could say. Mainly baking everything in 100% into Steam networking. And Oh, Thomas, here you are. Do you want to refactor Unicycle Pizza Time to have a non Steam dependent network setup for every platform? Because that's the big problem. We didn't design it with an easy way to just pull out a certain network stack. We are 100% baked in on Steam for everything. So we would basically need to make a new game and just rewrite networking from scratch if we want to do it. Hey, Andrew as well. How's it going? Shouldn't you be working? Or no, work time hasn't started yet in Japan here. So your game will be ported for Japanese localization then? The games are localized already. It's more just for PlayStation, Switch, but that's only Kyoto Anomaly that's going to be ported right now. So yeah, that's the main one. Okay, that surprised me for real. So yeah, no Unicycle Pizza Time. Kyoto Anomaly is just way easier, I would say, because the scope is more limited. The game is pretty performant and like optimized, because we're also going to be running this on Switch 1. So Switch 1 and 2 probably with like the backwards compatibility thing, because you can't get Switch 2 dev kits. And we already have controller support completely, because we have Steam Deck compatibility. So this was the easiest one to run. Is your wife also in the game dev too? No, absolutely not at all. She is very much normie. And she's not even like, you know, she's not even like a weep or anything like that, which is what people are always the most surprised by, I feel. And for Unicycle Pizza Time, we used Fishnet. We now use Unity netcode for game objects for our more recent games. But Unicycle Pizza Time was built upon Fishnet networking for Unity. Why is that surprising? Because I feel like a lot of people have this idea of anyone who is like in Japan. Do they have like screenshots? Oh, well, whatever. Anyone who is in Japan is like anime this, manga that. Like I have like a giant bookshelf or whatever with like romance manga or something. But no, not at all. My girlfriend is extremely normie core, I guess. The best way I can say it. My wife will not get me pregnant. Yeah, network for game objects is now better, I would say as well. Ends today, Lost Towns to get 80% off in 0 minutes. Let's go. I feel like someone needs to update this store page here. I have never looked into coherence. Coherence. Oh, I guess I convert your single player game. What do they do? Code development. Not sure. I've never really. I didn't meet them at DEF CON. No. Well, so far the website. Nope. Okay, we can't read this. You and Steam Stats convinced me to make anime-ish style game for my game. Can you make the style? Because that's the thing. Is there a word for weep, but for food only? Because that's what I am. I think it's just a true Japanese person. I guess it's kind of like a foodie, but yeah. I don't know how old Network for Game Objects is, but definitely seems easier than multiplayer used to be. Yeah, I feel like it's better. Microverse is free. Oh. Seriously? Just when I bought like some stuff, he's now 50% off on everything. What a guy. What does Microverse do? Real-time environment creation system. Okay. Add to cart. Or is this like the shit as well, where it's like, oh, but you also need to buy this standalone Unity 6 thing? Because I don't really like... Like, maybe it's like, sure, let the man get the bag. But I don't like, oh, you can get microsplat. And then you get the microsplat terrain tiling. And you also need to get the microsplat URP for Unity 6 extension. And it's like, I would rather just pay a little bit more, but not have to like upgrade every single goddamn time for every single feature. Like, this is, at the end of the day, just like a predatory mobile game as an asset. And that's it. Because I mean, the guy is probably just laughing from his yacht. But still. Why did you guys use Unity over Unreal Engine? Because we just had someone who had some Unity experience to begin with, and nobody had Unreal experience. And that's it. But yeah. Convinced me to give him my little 2D RPG and make a more simple game. But the real problem is my procrastination. That's why you're watching these streams, right? So you don't have to work. I actually don't know how to draw assets digitally. Okay, then it's gonna be a challenge. Unless if you're making anime is 2D like visual novel style. If you want money, my dude, and you can draw on paper, Suck Me Games is there for you. Certain classic FPSs need a comeback. Thoughts? I want another Black Ops 2 that feels like Black Ops 2. No sliding, no all of that shit. Just let me play a regular ass shooter. I don't know. There was this game also. Like it came out right now, Morals Protocol. This was like a boomer shooter. I looked at it on Bit Summit and I gave it a go there. It looked really cool and interesting. It was just not. It didn't feel good. I think boomer shooters is definitely, yeah. If work is over for now, back at tomorrow. I guess you stop at like 6:30, 30. So yeah. The game open in Unity 2021 Eileen, yeah, you're just here instead. I know the first game from Suck Me Games is gonna be a multiplayer competitive Gunner game. I just can't prove it. One game that I would like to build upon at some point, because I think there are some cool ideas for it. If you want a semi-Gunner, like the closest thing is like, this is an anime girl game of like a school club that is like competitive shooting with like a whole storyline. And I think there is some kind of gameplay loop in this of like an indoor training ground roguelite style thing, but maybe instead of anime girls, it's like, I don't know, wizards or shit. So yeah, it's not really competitive Gunner, but this game is also like not officially Japanese English support and all of that. This is something that, you know, you only see in Japan basically. So yeah, I'm really hoping it making new Quake next. Probably my favorite FPS ever. I still haven't got it. Still on my wish list because fucking 80 euros. Go kill yourself. It's not something that I can like I want to afford. I can just push this right. SteamDB. Where's my pricing? Why can't I see price history here? Like, oh, it's not available in Russia apparently. Like plus 34%. It's like, what are we doing here? Why the fuck would I pay 34% over USD? There's limits to how much I want to pay, basically. I paid $20 for Doom Eternal. I just can't justify 4x as much for a game that also just has worse ratings. So yeah. I think Romero Games got funding again. But I don't know. My favorite genre is still boomer shooters, I would say. As in games. Oh, this is a Bite Me Viewer game. He had a very good peak suddenly. Of course it's an adult game. Oh well. Also, another Bite Me game that did really successful. I noticed this yesterday. What do you mean by boomer shooters? It's games that are like modern day reinventions of like old school Doom shooters. Like for example, Heretic Hexen, that's a real one. Ion Fury. Like games like this. Where it's like that. They often even use like the original build engine and things like that that Duke Nukem was built upon. Just with like modern technology, basically. Bite me if you were having a hit. Yeah, but there is a catch. Wait, so I was going through. Steam does this thing. Top of August here. This is actually what Steam... If you ask Steam, what's the meta? What should I make? What sells best on Steam? They just tell you to look at this. Okay, I was looking through this. And I'm not gonna hover over it, I feel. But this Wicked Island is a viewer game as well. And it made a disgusting amount of money, I feel, if it's in the top 24 of August. Do I want to know? Yeah, 540k in like a month, which is pretty solid. What is this website? This website is called Gamealytic. Easy, just move to China. It's cheaper there. It is, but I don't want to live in China. Yeah. Where was I? I think apart from that... Wait, where's my Steam charts here? This is a Belgian game. Or like a co-developed Belgian game, I know. They sold a lot as well. This is a very Playway style game, I feel. Is this a Playway game? Oh god, it look... Oh no. But it's... Yeah, let's say it's inspired, at least. We're not gonna play the Wicked Island trailer. But yeah, stuff like Madden, like these are the very big ones. Of course, you can't compete with those. And then yeah, bronze ones. I'm kind of surprised that there's like DLC for Warframe. Which is like 45 euros that's like in here as well. But people like that much like play it still. Yeah, this is the Kenny game, I think, as well. So yeah, maybe next month we have another Bite Me game on here. So yeah. Is Turret Girls popping off? I'm actually not sure if it's really popping off. I saw it's been popping off on itch.io at least, because it's the game source in Tangen. Seems to be doing pretty good. This feels like a... Oh, it's an adult game? Frequent nudity or sexual content? Oh, is this the one where you just have the ass jiggle the entire time? I think I've seen like part of this on like Twitter or something. Revealing customs a terrible way to suggest nudity. Okay, this is a very Japanese game. Are there mosquitoes in Japan? There are.
New 10 donation from Seamus. This is for your wife's boyfriend.
Thank you very much, Seamus, for the 10 euro donation as well. I will spend it on my wife's boyfriend, which is me. I spoke with this guy from Dangan Entertainment once. We just unfortunately never went to link up. He's on my hit list of people I want to do a real life interview with at some point. I see the sexual content that they're talking about. Also, they didn't localize their Steam pages. Because this is still Japanese. This is English, I guess. Okay, so they localized it in both languages. They just didn't really go through it that much. Your guys' Steam is cool. What are your guys want to do for next year or so? Any main ideas? Events you're going to launch this, etc. I would say... I think the main goal, we talked about it, like, it's been what I've been realizing more and more because of this and how it's all great, is I want to just release more games. I think we kind of dropped the ball, unfortunately. We're not going to be participating in the next fest with any games, because we're just not going to make it. Like, we could if we really wanted to, but it would be basically an untested, unmarketed game that we would throw up, and it's like, we're not going to do that. We have the runway to survive for a while still. So probably it's just going to be 5 games in February next fest. That's the next goal now. But yeah, I'm looking. I want to do 5 games a year. I think would be a good number for me. I just don't know how realistic it's gonna be. But I definitely want to make more games. It's just that, yeah, certain things we are limited in money. Quintuple dip. I don't know, Moxen. I feel like it would be very funny because I was talking about it with Thomas yesterday as well. Because I may or may not have started on like prototyping a 4th game, a short-scoped streamer bait game. And we would basically be doubling our game backlog in one next fest. I feel like also, why not make one good game? Who says we're not making one good game? It's more of a division of skills as well, where we realize that putting Thomas and William together on the same project does not mean it's going to be better. Because there's way more overlap. So they're both working on games, and then I help them with both games. And then we're working on a 3rd game where Thomas only needed to give me like the core source code for it, basically. He did it in like a week, and I have to do the level design. He doesn't need to do much there anymore. And that's more of the thing, like the Maid Cafe Simulator, and then there's another game that we don't know the name yet of our bigger games, like Firefooter, like you say, where we do want to make longer games. But we're still like 4 or 5 months out from February as well. We're probably, Thomas and William will only be mainly working on that one game. But I want to keep digging more into smaller scoped games by myself as well, potentially. So we do have longer scope games. Like Maid Cafe is going to probably be like 8 months. Thomas says he can do the other game that we don't really have a name for yet in like 4 months, but realistically, no, I don't think so. I think we can spend more time on it. May or may not even want it, and it's not a problem. It would be helpful to have someone help spread awareness of what you're doing or help with map designs. I think right now it's not really needed. Is there a genre that no one in the studio would like to work on? I think definitely. What are genres nobody wants to work on? So, this is the thing, I like shooter games. Nobody else in the studio likes shooter games. So realistically, we're probably not going to be making shooter games. Thanks as well for the follow, by the way, Action Lucifer. So yeah, small games are the way to go. And that's also what I do believe, at least for me personally. So I kind of keep going on it still. We do test ideas with like, not like itch versions, but we do make like basically vibe-coded prototypes is what I call them, where in like a few days we just make something. I have examples of this. Here, reusable skin patch, old. It's like you get stuff like this. You've seen this probably in some B-roll at certain points. Because this is like very much prototype. Like this is the start. You choose like what art style, because I wasn't sure. And this is like you have to drag a cart up a hill. This is a prototype I made in like 2 days or something, I would say. It's kind of glitchy and spazzy, but just shows the vision, and then I can like, you've delivered it. Thanks for bringing my flour and cheese. And then I could choose. Now I switch to the same gameplay basically, but then PBR style to kind of see what's the difference in visuals. But it's like this one we realized that I missed a good hook for this game, and Unity physics are fucked. This was a small little silly prototype I did where I wanted to do movement, but it was way too much mod, I realized. To have more of like a 6 Degrees of Freedom strategy game. I think the big one we did where we realized, this isn't gonna work out. Let me mute this. Is Artifacts of the Condemned, which was more like turn-based, would it? All of the games that I'm showing right now are kind of cancelled or like very much indefinite on hold and all of that. And then yeah, the other ones is just our older games and older footage. But these are the ones that I have like actual gameplay from. So yeah. So we're not going to be continuing any of these. I as well Grot, by the way. I think, can I show Let me check if William pushed to Git or not. If he has, maybe I can look. I know Thomas right now is completely reworking the entire game. Guess. Let me see if I can find what he sent me yesterday. Let me see if I can just send a screenshot to him. So one of the things on our anti-feature list, let me just pull this up. I have too much shit showed at the moment. Yesterday, I did a git revert on all my changes in regards to village generation. Fuck it. We start over including terrain from scratch. Why do I hate my life this much? So right now, that is very much still in a more rough state, or at least I can't show you today. Let me take a look at... Okay, so William did push. Let me do a pull, and then let's see if we can run it in a second. The game you won't finish could make nice assets to put up on the store. Turn-based combat. We generally don't want to do code assets because it's a lot of maintenance, I would say. And it's not really what we're looking for. Maid Cafe Simulator. What a cool horror game idea. Grot has like the same problem as me of like every 3 days he gets a new game idea and he drops everything. Starts working on it, and after 3 days he's like, but I could also make this. And that's, I 100% feel how he works with it, basically. We're not going to be making a clicker game, waifu clicker game anytime soon, I think. I think incremental games in general, it's just an arts problem, I would say, as well. Imagine backrooms with finding the right door. Isn't that backrooms in general? I think to a certain degree... I don't know. Very first game you did, how much time did you put into it? 18 months. We wanted to make it in a month. The very first game... So we never made a game before Forge Industry. We never made like a small in-between or whatever. The first thing we made was Forge Industry, and we just non-stop worked on this for 18 months. And that's it. Now we're thinking of people. If I stopped working on 50 projects at the same time, I could have finished a single large project, lol. I have that same thing. I always say, I don't know if you guys are Harry Potter heads, but in like the third Harry Potter movie, Hermione has like some thing that makes her like go back in time so she can just study more. I just wish that was me, so I could just work on more of my shitty game ideas at the same time and make them actually good. I thought of a simple hide-and-seek game, but one has a knife with night vision, the other guy has a pistol and flashlight. And I think it's immediately fucked because it's gonna be a multiplayer game to begin with. We all wish we had a time turner. Is that what it's called? Yeah. My first game was made and released in 5 months. Now it's been years and I haven't released anything. Yeah. Everyone just wants to be immortal. Because I think that's also part of like wanting to make good games. It's like if you look at upcoming releases, we have nothing right now because there's nothing that's good enough yet and visual enough yet that I'm like, yeah, let's announce this. Even though I definitely want to increase this list by end of the year still. So yeah. Based on the dream where I have often where I sleep and it helped me flesh out my dream to support. Okay. Why not do that? One. Why not do that? Do what with one of your 3 ideas instead of bending them Hixie? I'm not really sure. I don't think you can see. If only we had Godot right now, this would be way faster. Go deeper and just build on it. I don't know. So bear in mind, guys, there are some issues with this, such as a lot of the time has been spent on also just code to make the base systems, because this is a multiplayer game as well. It's not super visual. Like, it's kind of visual. This is Maid Cafe Simulator. With a very authentic Maid Cafe. Yeah. 1v1 multiplayer is not that bad. The problem is not that it's doomed from a technical perspective, Venkel. It's more of like, You cannot play the game solo. And that's more of the issue. Hello, are we going to play this game? Thank you very much. Because my camera died. Okay, I'm back. Phew. Because my OBS is like yelling at me as well. I feel like HGRP is not... I don't think I'll make another HGRP game, I think, is what this project made me realize as well. Because there's just a lot of shit with it that I don't like. Mainly just it's way more intensive. It's way harder to understand anything. Like what's going on. Ta-da. Oh, William expanded the street. Why is her... Oh, I'm still rendering shaders. I'm like, why are her eyes so cursed? This is a very, very funny street. I didn't see this yet. He added this himself. So this is our Maid Cafe. As you can see, we can see ourselves because it's a multiplayer game. Lighting in the HGRP is very vague because it's also of like the way the sun works. And you can like see the differences from like this. So we have our cafe area, we have our kitchen area. So we can take our toast, and put it on here. Let me find the collider. There's a collider somewhere. Ah, I can't find it. Oh, I'm just not holding it anymore. Yeah, my OBS is complaining. Okay, so put the bread in. Turn it on. I think it's running. We have nothing visual. Okay, yeah. We can take our toast and put it not in the pan. I think it has no collider, that's why. No, it does. Come here. Ta-da. Then we can turn it on. One of them. So yeah. And then of course the most important part, we have a dressing room. Can I interact with this? Ta-da. Come on, render, shaders, compile. Or we can just do like... This is normally what you would probably get when you're just starting. And of course we have the important sliders. Which is all that matters. The optimal experience. I know. This is kind of our suck me games, I guess, now. And that's it. And then I think this is broken. Yeah, I get no references. Oh well. Cat ears sold separately. So our thing is to lock certain items for like upgrades and whatever. Even like maybe physique behind like more of an upgrade skill tree, whatever thing. But yeah, this is then multiplayer because that's why we put so much into it. So you can kind of customize how you look, your outfits and all of that. So you can just all be together. This is going to be a hit. I can feel it. I hope so. I think there's still a lot of issues. Oh, we have like our little Maid Cafe platform. I think if I press V? No. What's our emote button? God damn it, we have an emote button. I just can't find it anymore. Here. Oh, it's broken. I need to start again, I think. What was it? I lost it. Yeah, I can't use it now. I'm gonna have to restart. But you can bow. And that's basically it. We have jiggle physics, absolutely. So that's kind of what we have up to now. Like there's a lot of the effort, like even though this toast is very simple, it's like we had to get that entire flow working. And now we're looking at the problem, okay, now we need to add more recipes, more machines, and more models as well. This isn't suck me games with slurp me games. Like other things that are like semi-implemented, but not really. It's like right now the cafe is predefined, so to say. But probably you want to have things like being able to knock out this wall and expand the Maid Cafe to be like larger and all of that. And then have custom interior. Those are also things we need to do. And it's taking a bit longer than we expected. I think there's also always an inherent multiplier of things taking longer because everything needs to be synced over the network. Where it's like, this works. And then it's like, but it doesn't work in multiplayer anymore. And that's been a limit as well. We need to have like some order system because this is like the storage room. It's not a rocket science genre, but I think the visual hook / appeal can definitely work. And it is something where this art style, I think, is required. All of the assets so far are from Unity and like Fab and stuff like that. But for food, we're going to have to get custom stuff. I think that's the big problem. I'm gonna turn off my Unity because my PC is dying. And save. Let me pull up here again. Because if you go to like menu, like they always have super cute food, and it's like I am not going to find a 3D model for a drink that has like a cute little girl on it, or like other like very cute foods, or like omurice. So that's something that we are looking at now that we need to find good artists for, especially because we kind of want to componentify it, where you can. This little bear omurice is so goddamn cute, but it's like we need to split it up into different parts and all of that as well. So yeah. I need to look at Jill. One thing I wonder about is if I see a small company with a bunch of upcoming releases, I might wonder if of them, which them will release if it feels they aren't necessarily committed to 1 or 2 games. Does it make sense? I think if you have an actual, if you don't just say, to be announced and then have a demo, I think it's pretty okay, which is what we would do. We would like immediately announce the quarter or when it releases. And we want to have demos for all of our games, which is something we're also more actively thinking about now, because we only have 1 demo, really. And that's for Forge Industry. None of our other games, we worried about demos, but I do want to do that now, basically. An easier tester is drinks rather than food. Yeah, we want to do that as well, because we need both. But then we also want to have, once again, unlocks where you can basically expand your menu, get more complicated menus and all of that. If I make a free you can just drop them in Discord. So yeah, could be good candidates for photo scan. Yeah, the benefit is I can go and do research now in Japan. So yeah. I'm sure Fab has some cute food. I'm not sure. Cute food. Oh! This is so cute. It's cupcake with a face. Is there any other cute food? Not really. I think a problem we had as well is that a lot of the food was like stylized. Is this actually a 3D model? I feel like 400,000 triangles is way too much for this as well. It's like gonna blow up my PC if there's like 4 cupcakes. Because, yeah, we don't want stylized. We want, like, PBR-style stuff. Yeah, 6.2 has the lot creator. That's true. What is that game idea, Seamus? You could have a game where your wife thinks she's a cat and works in a maid cafe, but you have to drive around in a car asking people for clues and to do fetch quests. Yeah. That is a unique game idea. I don't think we're gonna make that. So yeah, I think the other game that Thomas is working on probably doesn't have much. Well, I'm gonna leave this for now because I think it's still too early. It's, I think, the big one. Do you know any good websites for Game Dev Music so far? I tried Itch and Game Dev Market. I feel like Itch is probably one of the ones I like the most. You also have the Ovani one. We have some from them, mainly from like the Humble bundles, but you know, it's like so many songs that I don't really like that much. It's like, yeah, you have a lot of sound files, but how much of it is actually useful? I don't feel like that much often. It's kind of the problem I run into. Most of our music at this point comes from itch.io, I would say. Stop Outlook. Go away. Leave me alone. Yeah, I think right now, Maid Cafe Simulator is definitely... Oh, that's the wrong one. The one that's the most far ahead. The one problem I'm starting to get second guesses on... Like, the only thing we're missing is, like, screenshots. And then we could technically put the store page up. I'm starting to get, like, some second guesses on our art style, though. For the capsules. That's, like, I think the one worry I do have. I don't know how I feel about them anymore. I do think it's good art. I just don't know if it correctly matches the style of the game. The problem is I don't really want to make like the screenshot-based version, kind of. Also, hi JT Whiskey fan. How's it going? Because this is very much like anime. Can I show you my capsule? You can, Rohan. What's the game name? Or is it not out yet? I think I'm just gonna rip it with this one. Because it's like easier for me to like make my own like style of like Unicycle Pizza Time or whatever capsule than it is for me to make this style of art. So yeah. It looks stylized in your game is PBR. Yeah, the problem is a lot of those simulator games just don't give a fuck about. Is this a stylized game? Is like this is a weird stylized, like there's no rules for most of these. Like simulator games are so weird in terms of like this is also very stylized, or not stylized, but like cartoon, and then this is super PBR gameplay as well. And that's kind of the thing. Like I can make a capsule like Mafia Simulator has, I guess. What? Why are they topless? There is no workplace safety here. So yeah. You're not in my Discord? It's a problem. Fake fan. Oh, someone pinged me as well. Who pinged me? It's an insider. Oh. Double X is going in. Only if you're a patron, guys. Only if you're a patron. Undertaker. I think it's pretty good. I don't really... You have the order. You have cute guy. You have birds. I think this is overall a really solid capsule. So I don't really have big... Like, I've seen this before indeed. Like, don't think I ignored you. I just don't have anything bad to say about it. I think it's really solid. How do I join the Discord again? This is going to be a boomer shooter, I assume, in similar to Harbinger. To give you some context, dear viewer. Is it gonna... Is the bot gonna... Yeah. This is the art style I guess you're going to kind of have. Did you hear the news about Nintendo versus Pocket Pair? Are there updates to it? I know Pocket Pair is not really worried about it. I spoke with them at Bit Summit. When they got like the files for the lawsuit, they just went and had like yakiniku with the entire office. Because I have a friend who works there on their porting. Like he does the porting of Pal World to PlayStation. Not PlayStation, Xbox. And yeah, he was there when they got sued as well. And it's like, he doesn't think there's gonna be a big problem. More sandboxy, less linear, not exactly a boomer shooter. Did you end up taking your store page down for that other game? Ah, you did. Steam did take it down. I forgot the name. So yeah. Okay, you have art style. Ooh, you got Big Spider. I like this art style. I'm not sure how I feel about this font anymore, though. But I think this styling is very solid. Also, sorry for people who don't like spiders. Is Rohan going to share his capsule or not? That's the big question. You're keeping us all hanging, my dude. In the meantime. Hey, we just reached 500 followers. Thank you very much for the follow, JT Wusky fan. Appreciate it. I don't know why I left it. Excuses, excuses. Fake fan. That's the problem. Should I leak the other games we're working on? Maybe. Info boxes. Sure. Thanks as well for the follow, Golden Lion. I have to wait 10 minutes. Ah, my god, why you have to leave it? Or PM you. Just send me a DM. My DMs are open. I am eagerly awaiting your Discord message. Trying to get the Steam page up soon. Gonna do a giant influencer reach out when I launch the demo. Try to get some coverage. Yeah, absolutely. Demo is longer than Cryptis. And a Harbinger. Glory Games. Hey. Race to Ruler. Okay, so overall vibes. First impression. Background art really solid. I just think the font has got to go. I think the big problem... Can you send me this art without Race to Ruler in it? Like just this very awesome looking background art. I want to see if I can like do something with it. You got the border, which is also solid. Thanks as well, by the way, Mistra007 for the follow. Because I want to give this another go. Are you not sure if you have that? Because I can't content aware replace this. But I think if you nuke the current font, use a different font and get rid of the goddamn stroke, and maybe have a little bit more spacing between the sword and then the bottom of this row and then top this row, it can work. Because this art itself is very cool, I would say. One worry I have here, though, is how this art style would translate to horizontal capsule as well. Oh, it's all embedded? That makes it a bit harder. I would see if you can isolate these two for, like, how would your different aspect ratios of capsule art look? Because I feel like this is also wider than the standard header. I'm not sure. Yeah, I didn't see Jonas, like I saw his, I didn't watch his podcast episode yet. So yeah. But I think overall you're on the right track with this. My dude was in the Indie Game Clinic Discord, but not mine. Aw. So rude. How dare you. Full Flame Studio on Twitch is like, so I've learned that I should go to school for game dev and save about 200k before starting my company. Once I have saved up, I will quit my current job and try and flip the money. I feel like that's a weird... I don't think you need to go to game dev school. If you want to go to school, I did not kick you. Just go and study computer science. Don't study game development. That's like my one big advice there. Saving 200k is very... is a very large amount of money as well. I think easier said than done in this economy. What's the story behind Maid Cafe? Like, you mean the game story or why we're making that game? Wusky fan. What's more important, key art or capsule? Capsule. Like, the stuff you see here, this is what I call the capsule, I would say. Key art is just what you base the capsule on, generally. Like, you generally get like one piece of art that you reuse for everything. Wait, do I still have it open? No, I don't have it open anymore. Let's Maid Cafe Simulator here. Capsule images. So like key art, and what I call key art is like this girl and then the background, and then you just make like custom resolution versions of everything for the different styles of capsule. Also, he motivated me to put... Was he that? I know he played Loya, but I didn't really watch it too much. But I remember I told you that the UI had issues when I looked at your store page as well. Because I feel like... What aspect ratio... Do you have a Discord page? What do you mean Discord page? I have a Discord server, Sherfe. Like, this is way longer, I feel, than this. So I'm kind of worried with how you would translate this with the vertical capsule. Because you can't just flip him, I guess. It would be funny though, you just rotate him 90 degrees so he's pointing upwards. I think that's the main issue with this key art that you sent me in comparison. Oh, vertical capsule is completely different. It's based on my key art. Okay, send that to me as well. I'm looking for it. Waiting. No pressure, Rohan. Oh, this is very different. So this is... Oh, thank you, Mistra, for the 100 bits. Sorry, none of the game appealed to me so far. You mean our games? But I want to contribute nonetheless. Thank you very much. Why can I not make this bigger? Oh, why? I can't make this bigger. Press here. Oh, well. This feels way more crowded and not as hype. Let me give you the source image. Yeah. I don't think it's AI. Copy this directly from... Oh, is the Steam page up already? Probably not. Protocol. Raise to ruler. Raise to... not out yet. Because I'm guessing you kind of just want to cut out these two sides and for the horizontal art. I think there's a bit of an RTS revival happening right now. I think Biden would ever make an RTS? We're making one right now. That's what Thomas has been working on. He's been working on an RTS. That's unfortunately true. Which is why we also don't have any games to participate in the next fest. So yeah, that's the thing he was talking about earlier. Where he threw away village generation and we're now doing complete. Or like he's gonna work on complete procedural terrain generation as well. My artist broke his wrist making it. It's not gonna be an anime girl RTS. No. I think it's like very crowded in a weird way. Any next fest marketing tips? I just launched my demo for the game. The Cave Diver. Capsule is good. Oh, this is a good visual style, I feel. Is this a streamer bait game? This looks pretty solid, actually. Kinda low-key, not gonna lie. It's like a Quap-like. Quap meets horror. It's just content creator outreach. That's gonna be it. Lots of content creator outreach. I mean, you already are doing very solid, so it does make sense. Where did you get most of your current followers from? Because you're already at a pretty decent amount, I feel. The Cave Diver. If you're at 700 followers, that's like 17k wishlist. Yeah. It reminds me the visual style of the... What's it? Is it like... it's like Bitcoin... Tunnel meme? No. I'm just gonna look up tunnel meme. No, this is not the... Yeah, like this style, I guess. Very clearly inspired by it. What did I miss? You missed the greatest game ever to come out of Bite Me, The Cave Diver. Yeah, it's just content creator outreach is gonna be it. TikTok and YouTube mainly. Like writing your own stuff or getting people to cover it. Oh, it's Saddam Hussein. Okay. You know it better than me. Yeah. So I think it's very clearly inspired. If Anime Girl Horse Racing is successful, an Anime Girl RTS would slap. I don't know how it would work, but maybe. Okay, so this is the first game as well we were making. What's your XD everything? Okay, 2,000 followers here. Huh. You've been doing pretty well, I guess. What's 7th Choir? This is very different horror, but also still doing pretty okay. Yeah, yeah. Is there any idol/K-pop game? There was one in Bit Summit, but I think it's a very niche genre already. Okay, I think you're in a game of school only costs 12k. Where are you based? Because if you're based in the US, it's still not worth it. Aha, this is the full one. I think it's just the font. I think you could definitely do like a cutout of the center for vertical caption and things like that. But I think you need to rethink the exact font. I think no stroke and something a little bit more thick, I would guess. And then go for drop shadow instead. I like the ring like crown thing as well. It's just the font. That's the only thing that I really struggle with on this one. Like, I think this game is going to do pretty good, the cave diving one with Steam Next Fest. You want to do reach out as soon as you can, basically, because we're 3 weeks away from Steam Next Fest, a little bit less even. So you want to give content creators the opportunity to cover the game basically like in advance already, or make them know that it exists. When is the Steam Next Fest? I saw that was a question we got earlier as well. The Steam Next Fest is going to be October 13th till October 20th. So in a few weeks from now. Micro RTS/tower defense games are one that seems to be solid. Yeah, it's something we considered, so yeah. But like making it micro, it's like we can't make it micro is what we realized. Like we're still gonna make it relatively small, I guess, but doing like full-on micro is harder, I guess. Anything cool on the daily deal? It's VR, surprisingly. The cave, yeah, looks pretty good. Are you going to do a Halloween marketing push for horror games? I think it's just going to be the Scream Fest. I don't really think we're going to be doing any new content, so that's not going to be like a good push or like visibility round. I think it's just going to be, I'm interested in what the Steam sale is going to do, because I feel like the Screamfest is just such a giant festival at this point, because like every single game is going to participate in that. Steam Analytics, main genre, no, subgenre horror. How many games do we have? We have 6,400 horror games on Steam. That's honestly less than I expected. But all of these are, like, let's say half of these still have developers that are alive and are going to join the festival. That's still 3,000 games. Whereas Steam festivals, I don't know where I read this anymore, generally try to put a hard cap of like around 500 for them to be efficient. So that's kind of what I'm worried about. Wow, Steam Horror is down bad. What happened in 2023 that was so big? Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking of sending out Delirium keys, but I guess I already did that. So yeah. Oh, how do you think... Oh, let's start some Cakes drama. He's asleep now. What's it called? Is it called Tangy TD? Yeah. So this is by another Twitch streamer. And he's like, this is all custom written and whatever. And he's like, how's this gonna do? Okay, I don't really follow development of this much. And I feel like, you know, most common comparison is gonna be Bloons Tower Defense. I think it could do okay. But it's never going to break even. I mean, that's probably also not his point. He funds the development just through the live streams, I guess. But I think, yeah, for a regular person, if this is the game that you work on in silence on your own, it's going to be a harder one to pull off. He has a certain leg up for marketing, although even this is not like crazy. Tiny TD. What's the name I saw? 1.8k wishlist, I guess from the orange, yeah. Like his art style is very solid, I would say. But it's just, yeah, English only. It's another big one. That's the problem with doing, like, you know, writing a custom localization system when it's a custom engine. It's not going to be as easy as in Unity or Godot or something. Spent 5 years on it, could be a hit, but most likely not. Yeah, it's gonna do okay-ish, I guess. But I don't think it's gonna be like retirement money anytime soon. Or like break-even money. Is my main thing. I don't think it's gonna be a bad game, because he spent too much time on it for that, basically. But it's... yeah. There are worse streamer games, I guess, is what it comes down to. It's a very adversarial relationship with his audience. Not just his audience, he has a very adversarial relationship with us. So yeah. Tower defense would work better on portable devices. That was... I don't know about that. Like, yeah, definitely, it could work. I think in this style, if there's like incremental tower defense, what this does seem to be, because you have like the big skill trees, can still work on PC as well. Clip it and ship it. Nah. I think this game will make 10k. Yeah, I think something like that, Kex, is indeed... It's not like an absolute miserable failure. It's not going to be hella... I think... Oh, it's Gnomes. That Chris Zukowski talked about. I think this is also like a mini, like kind of incremental tower defense, right? Very specific art style, and then performed very good as well. Here, 10 reasons why you shouldn't delay contacting content creators. Here. Yeah, 367,000 for like a tower defense game. I don't think that Cakes' game has that same magic that Gnomes is gonna have. Because Gnomes is different. Gnomes is unique. Whereas Tangy TD definitely feels very much more of what we kind of have, but maybe better or slightly different in certain aspects. Whereas I would say Gnomes is like we're taking a completely different approach to what tower defense means. He made his own engine so he can use it to make other games. You know that the custom... He's just going to make a new engine for his next game. I'm actually surprised, speaking of YouTubers... this is the wrong one. Randy's game kind of starts looking pretty good. Terra Factor. He released a trailer for it recently. I think his music choice and like the general trailer edit is not amazing. But I think actually from a visual perspective and the fact that this game has a demo, I think it's pretty solid. I think his capsule is worse than what it used to be as well. But I think he's actually on this track to finally make a good game. And actually release... That's, I think, the bigger thing. Just releasing something. Where it has that incremental automation style. Very good visual style, I would say, as well. Like, he's really good at pixel art, I would say. And has some potential. Publisher bald, yeah, that's his thing. If you don't know, Randy is bald. I think that's like kind of his entire thing. He's bald. Yeah. So that's kind of it. Does the map randomly generate? This one, yeah, it does. And then you have like enemies you have to do. Like, also because I like his design philosophy, because it's kind of similar to us, where he's like very inspired by games like Minecraft modded, like modded Minecraft, where you have like more of these guidebooks instead of like an actual quest or like skill tree or whatever. I don't think I can recommend any game dev videos anymore except yours, lol. It's because I'm all you need. That's all. But yeah, this is something that needs localization. Once again, it's a custom engine. I don't know how easy it is to add custom localization and all of that. But I think this has good potential. It has very good mechanics, and it's a game where it doesn't make sense to have it in a custom engine, I would say, with like the conveyor belts and all of the deeper logic. Whereas like a tower defense, like what do you get out of that as much? So yeah, I think this is doing pretty okay. Yeah. Do you think Steam thumbnails will become less important with their more TikTok-like recommendation system and focus on demos? I don't think so. I think it's going to still remain hyper important because there's no trailer still on the main store page. I think trailers will indeed get more important. Wait, if I go to like a genre, does it give me trailer TV then? Yeah, so like we get this. This is like the trailer TV, but you still get the capsule as well. I think capsule is gonna stay important because you also only see the demo after you click on either the demo or on the trailer or the capsule, and only then will you figure out the demo. So yeah. But still, these are very random streams because I'm just getting into it again. I do want to do more of like dev streams in the future where I work more and you guys can just tag along instead of just the random chat shit streams. But I just wanted to say hi to my Ameriboos. Why you shouldn't delete content? Let's do some React content. Cannot overexpose it. Perfect. Indie game visibility is slow. Okay. Random stuff streams are good too. Yeah, but I feel like I sometimes look at like Twitch game dev or whatever, and then it's just someone like sitting there silently. And I feel like I want to do better than that. They will play it over and over. Yep. Content creators cascade, absolutely. One influencer will not change. Yeah, you need more than that. And Northern Line can do a lot, but that's mainly going back into the cascade thing as well, where like once one content creator picks it up, everyone else does it as well. YouTube algorithm is slow. Yeah, okay, I get what they mean. Content creators are for wishlist, not sales. So I think this is kind of wrong. The problem is they're more important for wishlist because you want to launch with more wishlists, but they definitely give you sales as well. Very few games are exciting enough that players, the moment players see it on YouTube, they buy it. Okay, this is a very small sample size, of course, and it's numbers that he scoffs at most likely. But if we take a look at Unicycle Pizza Time, you will see something. We're gonna see something, guys. Trust me on this. I feel like this is gonna be too zoomed out. Where we see this big ass spike, this is content creators. Which is maybe not as much, of course, as day one launch. But this period, from like this spike up until this spike, I would say, is 2 waves of content creators. This was Smitty, and this was, I think, it popped up in Brazil or something like that. I don't fully agree. Like, you want to do all your marketing in advance, but this kind of, like, this spike, where is it? I forgot my stats here. This spike is a byproduct of number 5, basically, of the YouTube algorithm is slow, and content creators cascade. Brazil mentioned. Hi, Andre Lisboa. How's it going? You can get sales, I think, from it still. But hey, Voilin, who got the... You don't get to pick when and who covers you. Absolutely. Velocity builds slowly. Okay. Content creators give you motivation. Absolutely. I mean, there is always a risk, and you can escape coverage limbo. Yeah, you basically do multiple things, multiple outreach rounds, and that's it. Don't make it demo that has bugs and unprofessional. Absolutely. Because that's a big thing that I see our audience make as well. It's like, the moment they have a first demo, they instantly ship it to all content creators and whatever. And then they basically get the unbuggy product, where you want to do playtests first, figure out all the big-ass bugs, and then send out only after that. You're not going to use up your chance. I think it's more, yeah, you want to have more. Is Screenfest like Next Fest? No, I think it's going to be way smaller. It's kind of like any other teamed festival, like Political Sim or whatever, where you get some extra visibility, and you get like a banner on your store page, but that's about it. Saw the patents of Nintendo? I did. I did see the Nintendo patents. I haven't fully looked into it. Wow. It's not Mount, it's Summons was the recent one, I think. Oh, I guess now people are angry. Wow. Oh no, this is just a copy. It's more specific. Auto paddling. I don't know. Can I not see this? Okay, well, thank you very much, The Verge, for not seeing this one. Yeah, it doesn't help that the article is paywalled, indeed. So I have no idea. I'm not going to be making in that genre. Screenfest just means discounting to a certain degree, yes, and then maybe potentially more visibility. But yeah, I don't know. You live in Japan now, too dangerous to speak about them, absolutely. I think also I want to see, because last time on stream I discovered these buttons, but now apparently you can see how much money we made from our discounts. No? Yeah. Revenue dollars per day. Launch discount made us 2,000. And then we can see like Steam Screenfest is going to be 2025 here as well. Can I see for Unicycle Pizza Time? I can. I'm curious now. I think we'll be doing... Can I see it here? Like 30% or 25? Yeah, just 20... No, 30%. Because also it's a $4 game. It's like, how much is it gonna matter? For Unicycle Pizza Time... Yeah, we had like some week-long deals. Damn, this was a good month. Like the week-long sale and then the winter sale. Because this was coincided with that content creator coverage, basically. So a lot more people, I think, were like inspired to get it. Oh, the recent week-long deal in September actually was way better than the one in July, for some reason. I don't know why. We take those. I think we also got... I actually haven't looked into this yet. We participated in like the festival. It gave us a shit ton of extra wish lists. Extra sales, but it also gave us a very big spike in wish lists, but I don't know for which game. Kyoto anomaly and overtime anomaly, basically. So I'm curious if these are going to have more of an uptick as well in the other ones. Did you guys ever think of doing retro graphics games? What are your thoughts on it? Like the PSX style? I've played around with it a little bit, but I personally prefer the high poly realistic style more. is kind of the thing. I've tried the retro PSX style in like a little prototypey thing, but give me just realism. I think it's easier for me to work with and to make scary. And Voilin, if my health allows it, I'll start working on my game for next year's Steam Next Fest. Fingers crossed that my arm won't start hurting again. You just need to get foot pedals and just develop that way. Learn how to type on your keyboard with your feet, and that's the way to go. I think I'm gonna wrap things up for today, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, because I need to go. I need to still edit today's video, I also realize. So, thank you very much, everyone, for having tuned in. I Polly for the retro stylist of Oddly Unbiased. That's the way to go, indeed. I'm gonna stream more in US times. Don't worry, Kex. I'll be back. So, oh, hi, Crazy Chicken Head. Thanks for the raid. Bad news, I'm about to wrap up. Oh, or you mean I have to raid? Right, I have no idea how this works. Okay, I'm gonna figure out how a raid works. Raid. Let's raid someone. How does it work? Who should I raid? I don't know. I know she does Unity. I don't know, guys. How does raids work? I have no clue. I feel like there's nobody live on this hour. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's just go here. Start raid. Hi. She's just watching movies. There's not much game development. Oh well. Do I cancel the raid? I don't know. Whatever. Let's just raid. Okay, raid now. Fine, whatever. I have never done a raid before. So, are we raiding now? Does it say it? I am so confused. Damn, she even has music. Oh, I'm gonna get copyright strike for this. I need to mute this. Okay. Thomas Brush is not streaming. I don't think Thomas Brush streams on Twitch. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for having tuned in. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!